Okay, here we go. This is going to be just a reminder. This is January 2011, and this will be problems 16 through 30. All right, quantitative. Quantitative has to deal with numbers. And as you look through numbers, this is numbers. Time it takes to which data set describes a situation that could be classified as quantitative. Okay. So this one's kind of tricky, actually, because it's got all numbers. It seems all numbers. But this is really on numbers. That's got words and stuff like that. So we get rid of that. Quantitative things that you really want to take the average of, but you take the things that you can take the average of, or mode, median, things that describe something that's going on. Phone number is just a description, kind of like your house color is pink. Your phone number is this. Your zip code is this. So these three don't make any sense at all. So the answer is, it would be a time, because I can take the average number of minutes it takes the kid to finish a test, so on and so forth. Alright, you guys should know that if I add on the outside, first of all, you should know that absolute value is a V, and if I add on the outside, that moves it up and has a y-intercept of 2. So that choice 3 is the right answer. And it's the only one that's a V anyway, so that was actually a pretty easy question. Guessing that's the last problem on that page. Let me find out. Let me do this. Let's see what these things are in order. Well, I'll tell you what. We're going to use the calculator just as a kind of reminder. Let's see if there is a mode. 78 maybe. This is hard not putting in order. So 63. And then I see a 69. It's 276. That's probably the mode right there. 76. And 78. '81, 85. 81, 85, 89, 90, 94, and 97. That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That means I could put a group of 5 here, a group of 5 here, and the 6th number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's the median. Whoa. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, this is the 6th number. 81. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this is the median. So anyway, I see median up at 81, 81, 81, load was 76. Alright, so still need to find the median, but we're going to use the calculator anyway to put these numbers. Alright, so we're going to use the calculator. If we remember correctly, we're going to go to the home button. We're going to go into spreadsheets. And let's type these in. 90, 85, enter, 76, enter, 63, enter, 94, 89, enter, 81, enter, 76, enter, 78, enter, 69, enter, 97, enter. And that's my 11th number, so that's good. Then we go to menu, statistics, stat calculations, and we are going to do, this is only one variable statistics. We have number list. We have 1. We're going to put the list. Then we're going to put the results in B. And something happened there. So it looks like the mean is 81. So the mean is 81. Remember, that's X bar. Just want to get that before. There it is, X bar. X bar is 81.6. So the mean is 81.6. And the mean 81.6 is greater than the mode, which is 76. There's your answer. This interval notation represents 2 less than, so it's just less than, or equal to I'm sorry, let me rephrase it, I'm sorry. It's greater than 2. That does not have an equal to, so we need a parenthesis. So it can't be these two over here because we need a parenthesis. Then it said less than, but or equal to 20. So less than or equal to 20. Do this one because we need a bracket. Alright, in order to add these, you need a common denominator. So 3 over 2x plus 7 over 4x. Common denominator is going to be 4x. This one's not going to change. This one has to multiply by 2, so I'm going to multiply the numerator by 2, and I get 6. So we get 13 over 4x. Don't change the denominators when we add. Now, I'm going to use the calculator to test this. So, just a reminder how to do that. Go to calculator. If my calculator is going to work now. 2. So, x. Enter. And I will do control division 3 over 2x plus 7. Oops. Control 7 divided by 4x. So I'm going to get 13 over 8. And then if you just check we have our answer, which is choice 2, control division 13 over 8x. Oops. 4x, choice 2, not choice 4, choice 2. You get 13 over 8. And so there's our answer, choice 2. Alright. Again, I'm going to type this thing right into my calculator. I'm going to get the decimal, aka crappy answer. 3 square roots of 2 plus 8. Decimal point. 12.24. 12.24. Now, having said that, I'm going to do it the right way. So 3 square roots of 2 plus the square root of 8. Well, you can't do anything with this. But this one I can rewrite as the square root of 4 times 2. And what is the square root of 4? 2. But 3 square roots of 2 plus 2 square roots of 2, or 5 square roots of 2. That's my answer. Now, I'm going to check that, just to make triple check. I'm going to make sure when I put in 5 square roots of 2, I get 12.24. Of course. Section 4. Did you guys see what I put in my calculator to get this? I put it in 3 squares 2 plus 8. Alright, let's get that right. this was not right. You don't want to do this on the day of the test. Control 8. That was so stupid. So like, okay, and I knew exactly that something was wrong. See if I can, okay, it doesn't like the decimal from outside. Let's try this again. 3 square root of 2 plus square root of 8. Decimal point in there. Just 8. Enter. 707. So, and 5 square root of 2, which is 707, and our answer was 570. 707. Okay. That was dumb. Don't do that. 22. Slope. I solve for y, so you get so we're going to do 3x, so subtract 3x, subtract 3x. I get negative 7y, don't forget to put the negative down, is equal to negative 3x plus 9. Now I have to divide by negative 7. And I told you a long time ago that working with negatives is kind of difficult because negative over negative is actually positive. That was positive 3/7. Now if you didn't like doing that, what I might suggest then is something more along the lines of this. Move this over here makes this 7y equals, I move the 9 back, 3x minus 9, and then divide by 7. That makes the problem just a little bit easier. Alright. Now this is not a difficult question, but it looks really hard. Check this out. This is 50. I don't know how I do that. Don't really touch something. Alright, so the area of this is 15. The area of this is 15. 5 times 3. The area of this is 15. So that's 30 plus something. It's got to be more than that. So, and if you look at this, isn't this just the quarter of a circle? Great circle, I know. So if you remember the formula, the area formula of a circle is pi r squared. In this case, the radius is 3. So this is 9 pi, but we only have a fourth of the circle, so we have to divide that by 4. So if you do that in the calculator, calculator will tell you that is 7.068. So if I add that to the 30 that I already have, I get around 37. Okay, we have exponents raised to exponents, you have to multiply. So this is 10 squared, which is 100, w to the 6th, 5w. So this 5 goes in here 20 times, this w gets rid of one of these w's, leaves me 5. So 5 goes into 120 times. So 20 w to the 5th is the right answer. So another way to do that problem, obviously, is to, and let's hope we type this in correctly, is to sort of cheat a little bit. We'll take 2, and we'll store it into w. And we'll type in either new answer. W cubed squared all over 2 W. And you know what? It's going to give me some of this fraction unless I put this decimal in right now. We'll hit enter, and you get 1600. Finally, we put in choice 3, which is 20 w raised to the 5th. Oh, denominator, I put 2. I tell you, my one of the issues I'm having right now is my pen top point doesn't go exactly where I tell it to. So when I press the 5, it actually pressed the 2 for some reason. I didn't realize it. Alright, 640. So this should have been our answer originally, 640, and then there's the answer when you did it the other way, 640. So that is definitely the right answer. Getting close. Alright, this one is not an easy question. 2y over n plus a equals t. We want to figure out what. Alright, so we get y by itself, so we're going to move the k over, so you get y over n equals t minus k. Now I get rid of this n, so I'm going to multiply this side by n and this side by n. But notice, I did distribute it. So I get y is equal to, distribute this, I get nt minus nk over, oh, then we're going to divide by e. So nt minus nk over e. Now, if I didn't distribute it, I would have n times t minus k over e, which is this one. I don't think you'll ever see a problem like that again. That is just ridiculous. Stupid question. Subtract it from, again, remember we're going to do backwards, so we're going to do x squared minus 2x. So x squared minus 2x will give you negative x squared, so these two don't make any sense. And then you get negative 7 minus 3 is negative 10xy. There it is. We should check 2 minus negative 6 is plus 6. What is the equation for the axis of symmetry? So it's x equals negative b over 2a. Negative b is negative 6 over 2 times, gotta be careful, it's a negative 1 out front. So this is going to be negative 6 over negative 3, so it's 2. So this is x equals positive 3. Okay, I should have got rid of the y lines immediately because they make no sense. So, groups, let's factor these. So I'm going to factor this first one. It's x plus 5, x minus 3. Multiply the 15, add up to negative or positive 2. But these give me answers of x equals negative 5 and x equals positive 3, which is really backwards from what I want. So I think it's probably going to be this one. It can't be these two because they multiply to a positive, and the only way to have two different answers is to multiply to a negative. So we're going to try. I'm going to erase this. Let's try this again. How about this one? It would be x minus 5 and x plus 3, which would give me answers of x equals 5 and x equals negative 3. All right. 2 left. Spinner's is equally divided into 8 numbered sections. So it's obvious that it was spun 20 times. Listen to it, was empirical probability. Empirical just means the experimental, what happened in the experiment, that the spinner will land on a prime number on the next spin. So this is prime, this is prime, this is prime, this is prime. So that's 3. 4 more is 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it's 12 out of 20. Number 1 is not a prime. Number 1 is not prime. Alright, we're going to express this in symbols as following. We just got a factor. The numerator becomes x minus 3, x plus 2. So the denominator becomes x minus 2, x minus 3. Have to be multiply to negative 6, add up to negative 5. Multiply to negative 6, add up to negative 1. So that just cancels the x minus 3. minus 2 x minus 2. Alright? And you could have stowed, again, you could have stowed a number in for x, type the numerator in, type the denominator in, or type this in, you'll see you get the same answer. Alright, kiddies.